going to go ahead and open the box now. I'm just shooting this on an iPhone, so forgive me if it's going to be a little herky-jerky and I only have one hand free. That's the middle of the day and I received my Technics 1200 GAE, and I didn't want to wait for friends to get off work to do this video because I really want to open this thing and get it going. So I hope this still helps. All right, looks like it's pretty well packaged. On the top is the platter upside down. This is the new platter. This is not the same as the 1200, even though it looks very much the same. What's it got here? This is probably for securing the platter to the motor, I would think. Seeing as there's 3 places there to do that, and there's 3 of these nuts or screws, whatever they are, with washers. This platter is very heavy. I'm going to open it up a little bit later. For now, I'm just going to put it aside. It does have the nice brass top to it. Well, I might as well go ahead and take it off now, I guess. So, hang on. It's very heavy. It is a much heavier platter than the normal 1200. I'm going to have to set this down for a second. Okay, yes, this is a very nice brass top. I've seen this sort of top in add-ons. I think OID or OID makes them. I know that Applied Fidelity has tops that different top platters that they put on 1200 platters. But this is much heavier than that brass platter. I'll tell you right now. A normal 1200 platter is heavy, but even with that brass plate, this is much heavier than a normal 1200 platter. So I don't think it's just the brass plate. It has the balanced sticker on it, which supposedly means it was, balanced similar to like a wheel balance or a tire balance with a car. At least that's what I heard one of the engineers say on a video. But seriously, this is very heavy. I mean, I can barely pick it up with one hand. It's very heavy, and it's extremely well machined, it looks like. Okay, we'll come back to the platter when we load it up. Let's see what else we got in here. Obviously a lot of packing. I'll try to keep this out of here. Okay, let's go ahead and do the accessories first. Let's see what they've got. RCA cable. They look like they're gold plated, but they're very light. So I won't be using these at all. I have a set of nice VPI cables that I'll use. Here's the power cord. Again, this is just a standard power cord. I won't be using this either. This is something you could buy at Radio Shack or whatever. It's a normal power cord. The cool thing about the 1200 GAE is that at least it has sockets for RCAs and for a power cord, which will definitely give you flexibility and will lower the noise floor on the turntable as well. Here's the ground wire, complete separate ground wire. Again, the VPI cables I'm going to use have a ground wire built into it, but it's still good that they included that. Here's the manual, which I may need to look out later to make sure I put the platter on correctly, because that would be pretty uncool if I didn't put that on right. And let's go ahead and get to the unit itself now. Okay, first thing we got here is the dust cover. From what I understand, this is the same dust cover as what the standard 1200s were. Feels like it, feels just as light as that one did. I believe it has the hinges, and I just broke it. It has the hinges already on it, which is good. Hold on a second, I'll go ahead and take this off. It's very well packed, I'll give him that. I have to hold this down for a second. All right, yes, this looks exactly the same. The little logo there seems to be a little different from before, but it's nice looking. It's got a nice touch to it. But yes, otherwise this seems to be the exact same dust cover as before. Same type of hinges with the springs in them. So that's cool. I probably won't be using this either. I have a nicer Technics dust cover I'm going to probably use, but this one looks pretty good. The good part about, let me set this down for a second. The good part about that thinner dust cover is that it probably has less resonance when you play. The bad part is I really wish Technics would have done one more sturdy, more thicker acrylic without that bubble top. I guess that was for a nostalgia factor. Plus, supposedly, I read that they already had that still in the tool of the factory or whatever, and didn't have to redo that. So that may be another reason. Okay, back to the unit. We've got a quick setup sheet. Tells you to plug in the power cord, plug in the RCA jacks and the ground wire and all that good stuff. And here's my platter instructions. Okay, yes, you just lay the platter on top, insert those screws, and we're off. So I'll do that a little bit later. For now, let's go ahead and, yeah, there's nothing under that. All right, here's the unit itself, and I'm going to pause and take this out of the box and then come back.